What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is the beginning of getting our offices framed up. So there's a guy here that's laying things out, and I just got back here. He's been here for a little while and starting to see some lines in the ground where walls are going to be, and this is super exciting. So this right here, so you can see where I'm at. So this right here is, there's a door right here that enters into the offices. We did all nice 5-foot wide hallways. This is my office right here. It's not super huge, but I didn't need it to be super huge. Then the hallway comes in here. There's a wall here, a wall here. This is our front entrance, and then I don't see it. It's not marked out yet, but there's an airlock that has to go here yet. So you'll come through the front door here and then through another door here. And then this is like the reception area. So there'll probably be like a desk here with our sign or something here. And then you walk this way. There'll be a TV on this wall right here, probably. That will be like just displaying pictures and stuff. And then this is the main hallway going all the way down, and a hallway that goes this way to the shop. This is our conference room right here. There's a door here and a door down there. This is another office right here. This is a bathroom here, but he's still laying out the rest of this. I'll have to check back in here later when this is all done. But conference room, another office right here. And then this is our kitchen break room area. And then there's another hallway. There's a bathroom here. This is a bathroom for the shop. And there's a hallway right here. And there's a room right here. So he's got to lay all the rest of that out, but you're starting to see how this all goes. And it's cool. They lay it all out and then paint over the lines with like clear spray paint, it looks like, so that they don't lose the lines, which is really, I really like that. I think that's really smart. So yeah, this is really cool to start seeing this getting laid out. So I'll check back in later when the rest of this is laid out and show you it finished. But this is the office layout here and how it's going to look. So very, very nice. So yeah, he's still got to lay out all these rooms yet right here. He's done all of this and this. This is the airlock that I was talking about. So this is very cool. Like right now, I'm standing in my office. Wow. It's like surreal. I didn't do massive offices. I heard a lot of people say don't do massive offices because it's a waste of space. And so that's what I did. I did not do big offices. Right now they look really, really stinking small. And I'm hoping I'm not going to regret that. But that's okay. Very cool. All right. I'll check back in later. All right, guys, so stopping back here on Friday. This is after New Year's, and got everything marked out here, it looks like, for the offices. I believe on Monday they're starting to frame. So yeah, I know in the last clip, we didn't have everything. It wasn't all marked out, but now it all is. So this is a hallway right here that walks in, goes into our kitchen over here. This is a hallway that you saw. Got our shop bathroom over here. So this will have a door. I think the door's like here. There'll be a shower, toilet, and a sink. I believe that's how it is. So I'm just looking at something else. Looks like somebody, I don't know if somebody was in here and cleaned out around that. Maybe that's what it was. This is our sleeves for our water to come up into the building. So it'll come up in here and go up. So there'll be a second. We have a mezzanine obviously over the whole thing, and then we have a big like utility room up above this. So our water will go up there to the well pump and everything. But anyways, this is a shop bathroom, and this door comes into the offices. There's a closet right here, and then here there's a door right here that walks into the laundry room and storage. So there'll be a stackable washer and dryer right here, and then the rest of it will just be storage. Then back into the hallway here. This is another office right here. And then the conference room. And then this is the the bathroom for the offices, which is just the toilet and the sink. The shower, which is actually right there, is for the shop. And there's another office here. Coming up here. Oh, and you marked out the airlock here. So this is the airlock. So this is kind of the reception area. There'll be a desk here. Probably have, like I said, our logo. But this will have a door right here that you walk through, and then the main door going out. So, yeah, this is really cool. Say hi, boys.
Hi.
So, yeah, they're going to start framing on Monday, I believe. So, here's the shower. Maybe I've shown this, maybe I haven't, but be perfect shop shower. Nothing special, but it's perfect for what we need. So, yeah. So, all right. Well, I just wanted to show you that real quick before they start framing on Monday, and I'll be sure to be here to get some footage of that. So, all right. So I don't know if I showed this, but my guys got all the plastic cleaned up everywhere and swept the whole floor, and that just makes it look so much nicer. It was really bad. Man, that looks awesome. So clean and big. But looks like he got a bunch of top plates and bottom plates marked out. It was just one guy, so beautiful. Getting more and more things dialed in. He's got different things for the windows trimmed out. Cut out, whatever. Yeah, beautiful. Maybe we'll see some walls go up tomorrow. I don't know. What up, guys? What do we have here? We got some rooms getting framed. Wow. This is so cool. Got ourselves an office. This is our first office. Very nice. Very nice. Just thinking about stuff right now. But anyways, yeah. Wow. Very cool. So this office is, what is this? Like 8.5 by 12. And I was really worried. I thought this was way too small. Just thought the door slammed. It did slam because it's windy. But I thought this was way too small. But now I'm like in here and I'm like, this is totally fine for an office. Like totally fine. Kitchen is framed. Nice big wide opening here. So this will not have a door. It'll just be an opening. So, yeah, not a massive kitchen. Kind of worried it's not big enough, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, so we got like a L counter here. There's a dishwasher here, sink, and then a fridge over here. So, which for some reason that doesn't seem like enough space. It should be fine. It'll be fine. Wow. It's the coolest thing. I'm gonna cut all this out of here. Surprised they did that. It's like this wall's gonna be going up tomorrow. This is our conference room. I'll be honest with you. I don't know why. It seems like everything I think is too small. I don't know why I think that. And I don't know why this stud's like this. This doesn't make sense to me. It says header right there. Huh. Oh, there's a header that goes from here to there. That's what it is, I think. Right? Yeah, that would make sense. Because our ceiling height is actually like right here, not up there. So our ceiling height is there. So that's what that is. So they got a header that's going, a big old header that goes from here over to there. And that probably helps span the distance of the LVLs in that section, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so this is going to be, we have an opening here that goes into this goes into the conference room here. And then there's another door over here that walks into the conference room here. So that's what's going on with that. So it's so exciting. Amazing. Just love seeing the progress. So cool. So yeah, I will be back tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow. I'll be gone all next week. So I would imagine by the time I get back, this will all be framed. So I'll probably see if one of my guys can give me some pics and videos of this while I'm gone. So this is so cool. So crazy. Like, let's go in the kitchen. We're going to go in the kitchen. Here we go. We're just hanging out in the kitchen. I love the windows in the kitchen, actually. This is going to be so cool to be in here. And you can look out the window there. You can look out a window here. You can look out onto a window over here. It's just, I think it's going to be really, really nice. Really good. So, all right. Well, I will check back in tomorrow. What up, guys? End of the day on Friday. End of the day, Friday. Wow. This is crazy. Where they still got to build these walls here, but got ourselves a full hallway, conference room, big TV over there, whiteboard here, or maybe one of those vibe board things. I don't know. The vibe board thing probably would be cool to have on wheels. And you could like roll the vibe board out there or something and roll it in here. Maybe. So then maybe a big whiteboard over there. But why do you need a whiteboard if you have the vibe board? No, I could see a whiteboard being awesome. Or maybe a whiteboard here. I don't know. Man, there's so many options. Anyways, this is a hallway. Walks out to the shop. This is going to be their office here, coming in. Coming down the hallway, this is another entrance into the conference room. So you can enter and exit the conference room from two ways. Bathroom. So, toilet, vanity. Or maybe it's, toilet. Yeah, toilet and vanity. Is that what that is? Or maybe toilet. Why do they have that drain there? That's probably a vent. I bet you that's a vent. That's what it is. It's a vent for... That must be a vent. This is for the sink, I think. So the sink here, toilet. Yeah. Anyways. Office. I think we've looked at that a few times. Come down the hallway a little bit more. Hallway. This walks out to the shop. So you can get to the shop from over there, and you can get to the shop from here. So this is a closet right here that will be for, I don't know what, but it's gonna be a closet. This is another storage room. Has the laundry in it, so stackable washer and dryer right here, which will be great. And then probably do some kind of cabinets or shelves or something, I don't know. It's gonna be sweet. I don't have to have it be stackable. But I just thought, why would I need it to not be stackable? Just do stackable. That's probably what I'll do. I did look at one of the all-in-ones, but the reviews that I read about the all-in-ones they're not really meant for heavy-duty stuff. And like, we'll be washing mostly like rags and towels and dirty clothes, potentially. And so I want something heavy-duty. I'll probably end up with a Speed Queen set. I'll probably just suck it up and buy a nice Speed Queen stackable set. Anyways, coming down this way, kitchen. We've looked at this already in the last clip, but this is good. I will say, like, I think I said this yesterday when I was here, that everything looks, I like the sizing of everything the more it goes up, because initially I'm like, everything is too small. But now that, like, I'm understanding, like, I have nice wide hallways. I did 5-foot wide hallways. This ended up being a little bit skinnier, like an 1.5 inches skinnier, I think. Because I don't remember why. Whatever, it's fine. They're wider than 4 feet. This is a nice wide hallway. And then you're out in the shop. And then they got to build a wall right here, 2x6 wall, because it's a supporting wall that goes from there all the way to there, and then a wall that goes from here all the way down. And then we still need a wall here, and we need a wall right there. That's my office. And then our stairs. So you come out of this door, come out of this hallway, and then you can turn and go up the stairs right here onto the mezzanine. So it's pretty sick. Oh man, this is amazing. I think what I'm gonna do is gonna get up in the lift here, and if I can, I don't know where the key is. I'm gonna find out where the key is, but get up in the lift and get some pictures of this a little bit higher. Some more footage. Good morning, guys. Monday morning here. Got our excavating company out here from our GC, and they are putting in our septic tanks today. So they got the line exposed coming out of the building, and they're digging the holes, setting the tanks today, and it's going to be done. So we just have 2 big 2,000-gallon holding tanks that we'll be having on this building because of a bunch of septic problems that we had on this property. And the state wanted the field at a certain elevation that I didn't want to give them, and at the location that they wanted, which would have been way over there. And I didn't want that. So we're just doing holding tanks for this building. And that's totally fine because we're not living here. So it's going to be totally fine to have 2. So it's 2 2,000-gallon holding tanks. So they are going to be setting the tanks today. I'm going to try and get some footage of that. And I was going to do this myself because obviously I know we can do this stuff, but I'm really glad I did it because they're going to set the tanks with their excavator. And instead of having the tank company set them, and that way they're not in a rush and everything. So I'm glad that I'm having somebody else do this. That is a big unit, beautiful machine. So I'll update here in a little bit. All right, holes are dug, stoned in, ready to roll. Easy peasy. Wasn't really expecting it to go that far, but it'll be fine. They had to put a bunch of dirt on this side because the ground was so soft. We've had a ton of rain before it snowed. like a ton. And it's really soft over here, so unfortunately they had to mess this all up, but that's okay. Tanks just pulled up. Here's the big tanks. They're gonna unload these with the excavator or with this truck or something. I'm so glad I didn't try and do this myself. Now, like I was gonna have this company set the tank into the hole, but these guys are gonna use their excavator to set it, which would be a lot more controlled than the truck. So. Wow. I don't know if they're gonna be able to lift it. He said it was going to be kind of tricky because of how high it is off the truck, but yeah, it's heavy for that machine. Wow, that's crazy. You have to set it on the ground. All right, so the truck lifted that tank off. The excavator is able to grab it then because it's lower. And they're gonna walk it in now, so. I'm gonna try and stay out of their way, of course, but. Probably checking which tank goes where, but. Walking it in. So yeah, they got it painted out down there. You can see where they're gonna sit. They're about 4 feet apart. I'm assuming the first one's gonna be the far one, but I don't know. Hoping that he doesn't have too much of an issue on that side. Unfortunately, they screwed up all the grass, but that's okay. It all needed to be done anyways, so. right, I missed the second setting of the tank, but they got them both in. Looking real good. Get some stone set between the pipes. It's gonna be great. Then they got to put risers on top and all that stuff, so it'll be good. Real good. It's awesome. They will be out of here today, that's for sure. Very nice. All right, so these guys are continuing the backfill, and they're going to be laying in a conduit that we can run our what is it, the alarm wire in. So they got some 3/4 laid down that will lay their pipes in. They already got the connection pipe over here. So that's really awesome. This tank, once it fills up, will be full most of the time. And then it drains into this one, obviously. Well, I guess if this tank is full, that tank is full. Never mind, what am I talking about? This tank will be the one that gets fuller faster. The alarm will be in this tank. And when this one gets to, I think, 70% full, then it will alarm. So, this is great. Very, very nice. Get some stone wrapped up around it on each side. Beautiful. Love it. And then it's coming out of the building right there. There'll be a clean out right there. It'll be good. They're going to come down a little bit and then down to the tank and down to that tank. That tank is like 4 inches lower than that one. Is 4 inches lower than this one, I think. So, and then they're going to take all this dirt and grade this all out over here. So that'll be very nice to have it dialed in, and then we'll seed it in the spring. All right, guys. So I just got back here, and they're gone already. Wow, that's awesome. Got ourselves septic tanks, holding tanks. That means, we could have a toilet actually inside. So clean out comes this way to the tank. Tank starts, roughly where the clean out is, in line with that. 2 lids. Lids are screwed down. It is muddy. My goodness, but they smooth this back out as best they can. And I'm not getting out there for quite a while, so wow, very nice. The tanks are a little bit higher than I wish they would. I don't know, they'll be okay actually. And really, if I think about it, that is a foot. Finished grade is going to be a foot higher than what it is now, so it's going to be fine. This just got a little steeper here than what I was expecting, but whatever. It'll be good. It'll be good. Muddy, muddy, muddy. Let that sit. Thankfully, I don't think anybody has to get down the side of the building anytime soon because it's a mud fest. So yeah, septic tanks are done. Very, very nice. That is really cool to know that that's done. So, oh, I know what I was going to say. We have a conduit that runs now from right there over to our last tank, which is right there, and it's stubbed out right there so that the electrician can mount a box there for our high water alarm to get wired into. So I don't know if that's, I'm assuming this thing is, oh yeah, nice, very nice. Concrete lid is still in there. It kind of seems unnecessary, but whatever. I'll have to find out where the screws are for this lid. Very nice. Cool. Well, figure that out later. Maybe the screws are somewhere over here. I don't know. Maybe they're over here. Maybe with this stuff. I don't know. I guess I could probably return these risers. I don't really need them, but I'll keep them in case I want to raise the lids, but I doubt I'm going to want to do that. So, cool. Alrighty. Septic tank's done. I'll go see inside. Go see what's inside and see what kind of framing work got done today. Looks like the guy left a little early. There was like a problem with the wood that he got. He wanted something different, or the guy that brought the wood brought the wrong size 2x4s or something. I don't know, but we'll go inside and see what that looks like. What's up, guys? Welcome back. I've been gone for a week, and a lot of stuff has happened. Don't you think, Ray? Yeah. So as you can see, he's standing on the mezzanine, which is super cool. Maybe I'll go up there first. Should I come up there first, Gray? I'll come up there first, so we'll video some of that. Check this out. Wow. All right. We got ourselves a second floor. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is so cool, isn't it, Grayson? Yeah. Got windows up here. So it looks like they still got obviously more stuff to do, but few more pieces of plywood to put in. This is crazy that I put all these 2x4s here. Interesting. So these are all eye joists, so it'll be really strong and no bounce. It'll be really, really nice. There's a room that goes right across here that is for all of our mechanical stuff. So furnace, what else? All of our water treatment stuff. Everything will come from there. Well, no, eventually, someday down the road, I'll do other stuff up here. But right now, it's going to just be a big open space. So this is looking really cool. Man. Isn't it awesome, Grayson? Yeah. Looks really nice. So stairs are going to come down right here. Staircase is going to come down. And then this is probably where we're going to have attic stairs go up, I think. I might rethink that now that I'm here. Well, that way if we want to ever put stuff up there for storage, which I don't know. I might wait to do that actually. But anyways.
No, you shouldn't put anything up there. So then You can just jump from that up there and there could be a hiding spot.
Jump up in there for a hiding spot?
Well, you could.
Yeah, you could.
Up there and then walk all the way to the end.
Yeah, you're right. No one would ever know where you were. Wow, this is so cool. Let's go down and show them how the rest of the framing got done, okay? Go ahead. You want me to go first or you got it? Be careful. Oh, man. Sketchy, sketchy. Okay. I'll drive forward. Man, this is so cool. So they'll probably have all this sheeted on Monday up here. Man, it looks so good. All right, let's go check out. Because the whole office is now framed down there, which is cool. All right. Man. All right, so coming in here, the lights aren't so good in here, but coming in here, got my office now is totally framed, which is looking.
That's how tall your desk is going to be? This tall?
Huh? No, this is their scaffolding they're using for whatever. No, the ceiling height in here is actually like 12 inches below what it is currently, so they can run ductwork everywhere and stuff. But so that's my office. This is just a main hallway going into the shop. I'm not sure why the door is off center like that. Interesting. This is the foyer area, which is kind of hard to see. Wonder if I can turn up the brightness here. Anyways, so it has a beam here that I don't know if I love. It's not as low as I thought it was going to be. I'll have to see what they think, see what they say about it. But man, look at this. It's beefy. It's hard to see anything right now, but so yeah, it's conference room. This is another office here that could be the podcast studio, but it's really not big enough. It's going to be just another office. Coming down here now, we got our office bathroom, which is right here. Sink, toilet. Looks like they got a bunch of blocking in here. I'm assuming for safety handles and stuff. I'm sure that's what it's for. And another office there. They got the kitchen you already saw.
Where did all the other poles go?
Huh?
Oh, they're right there.
What other poles?
These.
Yeah, that's for the laundry room. This is a closet here.
You have a lid here.
Well, if we ever need to wash rags or something, or wash our clothes if they get really dirty. And this is the shop bathroom. They got the shower in here already. So that's cool. They gotta get that water line up through there. Huh. I better call them and see what we can do about that. Because we gotta get a water line through there, all the way up. Okay. Yeah, there's plenty of room because it'll be like an 1.5 or a 2-inch line that'll fit through there. Shower is in here now. They got a lot of more framing work done. They got all the framing around the windows done. So they had to put I don't know. Somebody must smoke or something. They got this framing around all the windows that they need for trim and drywall. Man, this is cool, isn't it, Grayson? And this goes out here. So all the rest of these eye joists, and they got a lot of extra eye joists for some reason. Huh. Wonder what those are all for. Oh, they might be for this mezzanine over here. So they gotta build the mezzanine over here yet. Yeah, there's gonna be. Oh, this was the front door that we don't like that I have to keep, unfortunately.
You put it in our. Oh, I don't like that.
I'm gonna use that for the podcast studio door. Yeah, so there's a wall here and then a wall like 35 feet down. So that's what that will be for. I'm not sure why they have a lot of extra eye joists. What, buddy? Huh? Those are just leftover pieces. Kind of like little mini hammers. But man, this is so cool to see. Holy cow. So cool. I'm gonna move this cord and Gray, I'm gonna move the lift over here and get up higher so I can get a cool picture. Gonna come with me? Let's do that. Coming?
It's so long. It looks longer than I thought it would. It was.
It was in the wrong setting. Gotta drive it.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. All right, let's go up now so we can get a good bird's eye view. Going up. Wow, that is so cool. Isn't it?
Yeah. I'm really hanging off the edge. Right here.
That is looking so good. Looking so good. So yeah, I'm assuming tomorrow they'll probably finish all the plywood. And then maybe start on that other loft over there, I guess. Kind of wish those stairs were wider than they are, but can't go back. Can't go back now. All right, let's go down.
Yeah, today.
What up, you guys? So it's what day is it, boys? Tuesday? It's Tuesday. Back here at the yard, or at the shop, and they're done here, and they're building some stuff over there. But before we go over there, let's quick hop up here, and I'll show you how this is looking. All right. Got ourselves a mezzanine. How awesome is this? So, ceiling height is, I can't touch that. I'd call that 8 feet. I believe it's 8 feet. So that's really awesome. I did see somebody on Instagram. Who was it? Not on Instagram. Somebody's YouTube channel where the loft of their offices, they used like a loft like this, and then they didn't ceiling the top, and they like painted it all black. But I don't know. I probably will. They're gonna put the ceiling on the whole thing, but this is so cool to see all this done. So on this side, where this big double LVL is. So the reason that this is here is the post that's right here. It was a mistake that the post was supposed to be over, and there was supposed to be 2 here. And there's a door that had to go right underneath it. So that's why they did this after the fact. You won't see any of that later, but there's going to be a wall. I think it's like a 7-foot wide room, like right here, all the way across. And this is where all of our utilities will be, and we'll have some storage on that side. But we'll have our furnace, water heater, water softener, and those kinds of things in this big utility room up here. So that's still got to get framed yet, but boys are down there. We just got done ice skating, which was really cool. First time this year, so ice was thick enough and really smooth. So I'm really glad we put these windows up here, because you get a lot of nice natural light up here, and ultimately this is going to be really cool to look out over the yard, especially once we get a bunch of landscaping out there and stuff. But so I'm going to get down and I'm going to show you what's going on over there. the boys want to go. So I told them I would get a little video and then we can go. But anyways, check this out. So this is gonna be a little covered area, little mezzanine over the top. And basically we have another building that we've been running and using for a workshop space for the last, I think it's been 5 or 6 years now, 6 years. And it's basically, it has a loft over it, and then we have all of our workbenches, toolboxes, just stuff to work on things, a rolling table. Anyway, so I'm mimicking that in this shop by doing this space. So this will have eye joists over the top, same height as what that is over there. And so we'll have a workbench across here, and we'll have all of our bolt bins, I think, over here. Over here is going to be, there'll be a wash sink, like a slop sink or whatever, mop sink, whatever you want to call it, right here. And there'll be an eye wash station right here in case you get something in your eye. And then above it, we're going to use for all of our spare parts for anything that we have. So oil filters, Encon parts, just whatever. I have all kinds of spare parts all over the place that will now be organized up there. There'll be a staircase right here they're going to build. It's kind of like a turnaround staircase. So I think you like walk up here, and then you turn and you walk up this way onto the loft. So they're going to build all that. And and then on this side over here, up in the loft, our air compressor will be up there, and then over here will be our pressure washer. So that is gonna work out really nice, I think. And that's all gonna be out of the way, which is gonna work out really good. So yeah, it's just so cool to see that established. It's just super cool to see that going up now and see the size space that it kind of takes up. And it's big. I really think the sizing will be really nice. And then basically the way that it works out is the stairs, I think, they come to like this line, and they're that way, so that if we ever wanted to completely wall this off to make it a dedicated wash bay, which I'm not really planning to, the stairs are here, and we could make a wall here and keep this bay basically completely separate. But my plan for that is to have a curtain system that hangs from the top and runs like this way and then turns that way, because this is the only area that's sloped to the drain. That area back there is no reason to have to curtain that off. So, and then we'll have pallet racking that goes from there to there. So that's my plan for that. We'll have some pallet racking over there and pallet racking down the side here. I think I talked about that in one of the last clips that I took, but this is so cool. So I'll be back tomorrow and just keep checking out the progress as it goes along. So it's really beefy, man, like big LVLs, and man, really nice. I think the top of this is, the eye joist will be 12 inches on center, I think he told me, so that I can put serious weight up there, pallets of stuff or whatever we need to put up there. So yeah, that's your update for today. Check in tomorrow. What up, guys? Oh, what do you know? Look, check this out. We had a crazy couple of west winds that came through and completely destroyed the backside of those canopies. Shredded them. So we're going to be doing some bracing back there at some point. And thankfully I have a whole nother setup, because they came with one for the front and the back of each canopy, so we didn't use the front one. So we'll be able to replace that, but I'm not going to replace it until I have I have like full-on supports behind those, the backside of those canopies, because the west wind is wild out here, apparently. All right, let's see what the progress is today. Oh boy. Look at this. Dude, this thing is so beefy. It's a double 14-inch LVL. Goodness. That's extreme. Oh, I see what they were talking about. Okay. So he told me they were going to do that. They had to do this. It was the way it was designed because of this part. These had to cantilever out for the staircase that's coming up here. Okay. That makes sense now. So they have this LVL that goes here, and then one right here that's cantilevering out there, and then the same thing on this outside one. That's how it was designed. Interesting. And then those eye joists hang out as well, and also are supporting the top landing of that. Interesting. Huh. So yeah, there'll be like a turn back stairs. So you'll come up here, be a little landing, and go up there. That's actually really sweet. So, like I said yesterday, they did 12-inch on center for these because they had extra enough to do it. And they even have all those extra. Interesting. I wonder if I get to keep those. Huh. I don't know. But anyways, this is going to be a phenomenal space. Wow. I also talked to them about, so I'm going to have them frame up an actual wall back here, a 16-inch on center wall, because I will lose 3.5 inches, but not a big deal. I don't know if I talked about this in the last video. I don't think I did, but I want to do that because I want to be able to mount all of our shelving and our workbenches and all kinds of stuff on that. And if I didn't do that, like my workbench, I want to mount like that 36 inches. Well, this is at 24 and this is at 48. So then I have nothing here to mount to where I want to mount it. So I want joists running this way to be able to mount it. So they're going to frame a 2x4 wall, 16-inch on center. Right up here, it'll stick out, whatever, another 3.5 inches under here. And that'll be really nice. So, and that also allows for good placement of outlets how I want it. So, yeah, it's going to work out really good. Let's hop up here. See how this is looking. I don't know if they started putting a little bit of plywood up there. I love this. They're gluing and screwing everything. Dang, dude, this is sick. This is so cool. Ooh. This is so cool, man. We're going to be able to, man, it'd be kind of nice to be able to sit up here and look around at stuff. So my vision for this is parts. So probably like a main walkway across the whole front, and then like aisles of pallet racking. So I have like these 6-foot shelves. I think this is like 8 foot tall. I have these 6-foot shelves, and I have a bunch of them. Or I might cut down some pallet racking, some heavy duty pallet racking, but I think that's a waste of the use of that. But and just put it like, you know, one, and then leave like 3 feet, and then another one. And you have all this stuff, and then we could label the front of each shelf so that you know what it is, and be able to have all our parts up there. So, but yeah, we also could put pallets of stuff up here if we need to. I mean, they did it 12-inch on center, so like we can put anything up here. My goodness, I'm so excited about this. I was worried like this was a waste of space. Like, am I screwing up our space? But I don't think so. I mean, these 2 bays are full length bays. No problem with that. These 2 bays are short bays. So if I, you know, like a truck just needs to pull in, we don't have to have a trailer on it, whatever. And then the far bay, which I could walk over there a minute. This is kind of sketchy. Maybe I shouldn't do this, but I'll sit on the salvia here. Yeah. So the far bay is also a full bay, even regardless of those stairs. That it's not going to be an issue because it stops. I talked about this before. So that whole far bay could be a wash bay, even if I made a whole wall for it, and it wouldn't take away from anything else that's going on. So, so another thing that I didn't talk about. I just thought about this now. My air compressor is going to be over there, and my pressure washer, that's going to be up here. So that'll take a little bit of space, but that's no big deal. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so my air compressor will sit like here, I'm thinking, and then my pressure washer will be like here to here, and then the line, you know what, it might be smarter. I don't think it's gonna matter. The main pressure washer line, which I just ordered all that, it's all, actually that could work really good. I could run it down this joist right here. I need to think about that. I'm just thinking through the running of the piping. I mean, whatever I could even run on that joist. Anyways, it'll run straight down this line. Well, it'll have a T up here. It'll go over and down to a hose reel setup that's over there. It'll go all the way across, then T and go that way to that bay. I think that was my plan. I got to look on the plans. I think that's what I was going to do. That bay, have it all over there. And then it'll T and go that way and come down to a set of reels over there. So I'll have a hose reel there for my pressure washer, a hose reel there for my pressure washer, and a hose reel down here for my pressure washer. They'll both be 100-foot. All 3 of them will be 100-foot rolls. So then I can basically reach anywhere here in the shop, and the remote for the pressure washer will be over there. So if you need to turn it on, you walk over there, turn it on, and then you come over here and you can just turn on the ball valve and have full pressure washer right over here, or over here, or over here, and have 100 feet of hose for whatever you need for that. So that's going to be really, really awesome. So this is just, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. So, all right, well, let's get down here and see if there's anything else I want to show you. All right, well, this is sick. I don't know how I feel about this staircase, but it doesn't matter anymore. That's where it's staying. That's where it's staying. It's all good. It'll be good. The only other option we had for the stairs was to have a staircase that it could have came right off of here and went down, but I didn't like that because I like this space. I could have had a staircase that came off of this and came down the wall this way, but then you lose all the wall space to at least here at least here. Plus, you need room to walk up it. So you basically lose all the wall space to right here. And so by doing it this way, our wall space should be limited to like this post. That should be all that we lose. And I think that's acceptable. So, yeah, that should be all we lose from that. So I think that's reasonable, and it will be nice to walk up there. It'll be easy to walk up there. It'll be safe. So I can't really think of another way except a spiral staircase, but the state wouldn't allow that. So it is what it is. All right, well, I'm heading out of here for the day, and we'll check in tomorrow and see what else gets done. I just love coming here every day and seeing the progress. So cool. What up, guys? End of the day. What day is it today? Thursday. We got some plywood up here. Got the rest of these. Was this done yesterday? Yeah, it might have been done. They did a bunch of stuff underneath. They did a bunch of hangers and stuff. Glued and screwed all this tongue and groove plywood up in here, which is awesome. And then let me take you down and I'll show you some stuff that went in over there, and then a couple things down below here. All right. So this is awesome. They got this wall in the back that I wanted. I wanted them to do a regular studded wall in the back here. I think I talked about that in the last clip, but for hanging cabinets and stuff, and that's going to be really nice for that. And that's man, it's crazy. It's so heavy duty, man. Hangers, it's legit. Yeah, man. Very nice, very nice. I think I saw them putting, where did I see it? I saw them putting some, maybe it was over here, some big structural screws. Yeah, they put these big spacks or whatever those things are called. They put a bunch of those up. Man, it's awesome. Over here, man, I really don't know what's going on with all these extra I-joists. But over here, door frames went in the offices today. So check these out, man. This is sick. So all these are metal door frames. Very, very nice. All the doors, metal door frames. These are just dirty, but that's why they put that shower in first, because you'll never get that in there once. That's not, but anyways, metal door frames. Even the closet has metal door frames. Interesting. I did not know that. That's cool. Very, very nice. And those get sanded and painted. Oh, man, they even swept everything up. Very nice. Door frame here. I really like these metal door frames, man. It's like sturdy. Sturdy. Okay, so this one is a right hand in. This is a right hand in. That's perfect. What is this? Oh, I'm assuming it must be yeah, that would be right. Yeah, these are for the hinges. Wow, it's like super cool to see this going in. What is this one? This is a left hand in. That's a right hand in. yeah, man, really, really happy. This is the metal frame for that. And then there's other ones outside that are for the rest of the office space. So, yeah, a lot of nice progress. More progress today. Very nice. Cool. So, oh, they got a bunch of plywood? Huh. Wow. This must be for my walls, right? Oh, wow, that's really nice. I splurged a little bit on the plywood and went with a ACX plywood instead of a CDX. They were going to do a CDX plywood. And I decided I wanted it to be nicer than a CDX. And so everything will have an ACX plywood on it, which is much smoother. Really nice. Should be a really nice finish. It must be on the other side of this, yeah. Wow, that's really nice. There's no sense in showing it, but it's really nice and smooth. It's going to be a really nice look. It wasn't that much more to change. I mean, the bigger change is going from OSB to a plywood. That's more expensive. But the ACX is just a nicer plywood, and it'll paint really nice. And, yeah, so we were talking today about the trims and how everything's going to go around this part of the mezzanine area. And so I talked about this before, but there'll be 8 feet of plywood, right? So 8 feet of plywood is going from down here to about halfway up that 2x4 there. That's 8 feet. So, yeah, that would be right. Yeah, 8 feet. So when it comes this way, I obviously want plywood on this, and I want plywood on the inside and all that. But I'm going to have metal then up there, right? Well, then when you come to here, do we want the metal to come out here? And I think I do, because they're going to put metal, a ceiling metal on the ceiling of this. And so the face of this, I think it would look nice if it was the black metal, the barn metal. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have black metal coming here, and then it's going to turn the corner and go that way. Black metal, and then plywood below, 8 feet of plywood below. This entire thing, all the way to the top, will be plywood, because we want that for mounting things and hanging things. And then what's going to happen here is the metal will come to here, and we'll turn back that way. See, I don't know how that's going to work. How that's going to look on the stairs. I don't know. There's a lot of things to think through on how that's all going to look. But I don't know. I got to think through it some more. So then 8 feet of plywood to that point. This whole wall is metal, because for washing, I don't want splatter getting on that wall and then soaking into the plywood. And then the next thing I have to decide is, what do I want to do over here? So originally it was going to be all plywood all the way up to the mezzanine, because again, it's more than 8 feet. It's actually like 10 feet. So did I want 8 feet of plywood with 2 feet of metal? So that it's like a clean line, right? Or do I want to just do all metal on that wall? I don't know what I want. I got to think about that. I don't know. What I told the builder, and they're going to do this regardless. They're going to sheet this all with plywood. Number one, it makes more sense to have it a one flat surface. And if we're going to have metal on the top and plywood on the bottom, he wants it to be the same thickness, and it makes sense for all of it being true. And then if I want to add the metal on top of that, it's very easy to do that. What's up, guys? End of the day, Friday. We got plywood. This is so cool. Got plywood going in. Wow. Very, very nice. Very glad I went with this ACX plywood. So very nice and smooth. They started framing that room up there. We'll go check that out in a minute. But over here, started putting some plywood up over here. And they added like this 2x6 across the bottom. They're still gonna put one here, but here they're gonna do one. Interesting. I'm just thinking. Anyways, got some stairs getting going here. So as you can see, he's got some stringers here, but this is going to come down, turn around, down this way. It's kind of awesome. There won't be a post here, which is nice. So we'll have actually a good bit of storage under here, which would be really, really nice. I think I want to store my welders and torches right under this area, actually. I just got done laying out how my workbenches and everything's going to fit in here. So I'm kind of mimicking, for the most part, how the last shop was. And I think I got it laid out pretty nice. I'll walk over there and show you guys how I drew it out. But yeah, this is looking cool. I decided a few things today with the metal and how that's all going to go, so you can stay tuned and see how that's going to look. But I just can't get over how beefy this mezzanine is, like super beefy. Honestly, they all are. I mean, very, very well built. I'm very happy. The whole top is sheeted, of course. I could move the ladder over there, but I'm not going to. This is kind of the layout that it's going to be underneath there. So I already have this workbench right here that's from my other shop. I'm going to be bringing it over here. And then I have a Milwaukee tool chest for each side. I was going to put them all right by each other, but aesthetically, it'll be annoying to me if this bench is not in the dead center. So I'm going to have it like this. And it's not that far to walk if you want to get a tool from over there or there, whatever. This side, my existing bolt bin is only about this long, but I'm going to make it go longer to fit all the way to the corner. I'm going to build a new one, and I'll have to get a new metal top for it and all that stuff. But that'll fit better with what I'm going to be doing. So that's going to be all right there. There's about 1.5 feet of space here, which we'll be able to get in there to get something from the bolt bins. That's no big deal. This sticks out about 2 feet. This space, I was going to put the welders here, but I don't know if there's enough space. We'll have to see how it fits when we're done. This side, this is kind of to be determined. I have a wooden shelf that I've made, plywood shelf that matches all this other stuff here and this over here, that I may put in this space. And then we'll have a laundry sink or a mop sink or whatever right there. And then we'll have an eye wash station right there. So that's how that's going to go. And then I have these big 4x8 rolling tool tables that will go right in here. So that will really make that space super cool. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing there. The outside of this is going to be where our sharpening station is for our blades and our chainsaw chains and everything. So the maintenance guys will use that. So we'll have like a little workbench there, and then we'll have our sharpening stations. You know, everything will be right here. I'm going to get one of those grinder shields that's on wheels to put like here. And if it gets really bad, I may build a literal room around the whole thing. But it has a nice filter system, so I probably won't do that. So that's what this space is going to be. We're going to have air. Let's see, right here should be, we'll have air reels, an air reel. Is it air? I don't know. We'll have pressure washer, electric, air, and what is the other one? Maybe a regular hose reel. Should have 4 of those here. I think did I talk about this already? I don't know, but we'll have that same setup over there, and we'll have that same setup over there. So I also think I'm going to have an air reel coming off of one of these posts, because I wanted to have air to like blow things out in here. If I wanted to hook up something, I didn't have to drag a hose from all the way over there or from over here. That will work out really nice for that. So I'm sorry if I've repeated myself a few times in this video. It's hard to remember what you say and what you didn't say as the days go along. So yeah, I started putting plywood up here. It's really cool. And let's go up there. I haven't even seen that yet. All right. Well, this is cool. So, nice big door going in here. 36-inch door. Come in here. We're going to have water softener. Water softener, water heater, furnace. What else? Our well pump. Everything will be up in here, and then we'll have some extra room over here for whatever we want to do. So, yeah, that's really cool. This is going to be a great space for that. Should have plenty of room. We'll be able to put water softener salt up here. Obviously, we have a forklift, so we can fork up a pallet of whatever we need to fork up here, and then whatever else we need to do later with this space we can do. But this will be a great spot. And the reason that I put this door here is because eventually, if I ever build anything else up here, the next wall will probably come in where this line is, and we'll have a nice 6-foot wide walkway here. If there's any doors that go into anything, and then also you can stand out here and look out, and there's still plenty of room to put a pallet up here if we need to get something in there for service or whatever. So that's kind of why I have it like that. So really, really cool. This is just what a change this week. I mean, I'm walking on my mezzanine. I could be walking on that mezzanine over there, but I don't have the ladder. But it's just so cool, guys. I'm so grateful for how this is looking. So massive change. More to come next week. What's up, guys? Back with some more framing action. What? We got stairs. Check this out. Nice staircase. Nice little landing here. Up we go here. And we got stairs over there. I'll go show you that. Got plywood on that whole wall. I don't remember if that was up there before, but this is really cool. So we're going to have steel railings made for all these. Those are getting measured up Thursday. And figured out how we're going to do the metal on everything. So that's to come, but We left a gap here because this is going to have black barn metal on it. That's why that's gapped off of that like that. Real nice. Really, really nice. The other stairs, like I said, are done. Lots of wood scraps everywhere. And sawdust. That's a good thing. Dude, it's so cold here. It's like, 0, 10 degrees at night, warming up during the day a little bit. But I'm telling you, that little turbo heater is heating this entire building. By the end of the day, it's like you could almost be in a t-shirt in here. I'm not joking. It's really quite nice. Oh, and check that out. They're putting in the first exterior door. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So here's this staircase right here. So that's all done. Fantastic. So yeah, a little more progress. It's looking really nice. Met with my well guy this morning about getting the well line up to that room. That is going to come through these two sleeves right here. So we're going to have a line that's coming up to the tank and manifold and everything, and then actually we're going to have a line that comes back down through that sleeve and goes back out, and we're going to use that for irrigation down the road whenever we want to run irrigation lines anywhere. Like way out to my bins or something. So that's what we're gonna have for that. That's gonna be amazing. So not much more has changed in here. They're just working on, actually, if I believe, the framing is done now, and so now they can call for inspection. So maybe that's what they're waiting on next. That's very possible, actually. That's what's happening. So, but they're putting in our first exterior door here, which is awesome. All metal frame, which I'm very, very happy. That's how these are going to be. So, very nice, heavy duty. I'm very happy about that. So, yeah. So that's kind of your update for today. And I don't know. We'll see how the end of the day here looks and if there's more framing to be done, but I might wrap up this video soon, because I think after this we're going to be going to rough electrical and rough in plumbing. So we'll check back in later and see what else got done and go from there. This is a couple days later, and I thought I'd kind of wrap up this framing portion of the build series. They're basically done framing now. The things that need to get done for inspection. So I thought I'd just kind of wrap up this video. Not a ton has changed since the last clip or last couple days, because I didn't realize that they were basically done. But I'll just show everything one more time, and there's a few other things that got put in the last day. So let me turn you around here and I'll show you a few things. But we do have most of our exterior doors installed, our walk doors, and they started a little bit of plumbing yesterday. So I'll show you guys a little bit of that, and then we'll wrap this video up. I'm not sure if we saw this or not, but these stairs are all done, 100%. These are beautiful. Today I'm meeting with a guy that's going to be building our railings. He's going to be building some steel railings for us. So, turned out really nice. Mezzanine is done. This feels really good. This area, 100% for now. Doors installed. Doors installed. Doors installed. Installed. So these are all steel doors, and so they'll get all painted black later, especially when the weather improves. These stairs, done. This is all done. And they started some plumbing. Check this out. Got our water lines, hot and cold, coming in for the kitchen sink. We got drain for stackable washer and dryer right here. Water, hot and cold. And then I decided to add a mop sink or wash, like a laundry sink in there. So they added that for me. That was no big deal. In here, toilet and sink. That's done. And they got this is all venting for the piping that goes, out there is going to be a fridge. And ice maker. So they're going to get that all ready to go. And they got this is a vent, and this is a vent stack or whatever. This is sink. So sink and toilet. Toilet will be there. These are 2 sleeves. Our main water will come in there and go up. They still got to do the shower and stuff, but this is great. Very, very nice. I'm assuming the water comes in to the side and not this way, because I had a shower once that did that and it was horrible. So that's kind of what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that's how it goes. I'm gonna have to ask them about that. And then the only other thing was they brought the couple things up there, like there and there, and that room's done and ready. So, but yeah, that's where things are, and that's a wrap for framing, and the next one will be rough and electrical and plumbing. So thanks for watching, guys. Well, figured I'd finish up this video with a little extra bonus clip, a little ice skating action out in the pond. Ice is, what did we say, 9 inches? 9 1/4? The other day I had my quad out here and I plowed a bunch of the ice off because it had 4 or 5 inches of snow on it. I'm really glad I did, because then it got even smoother. But it is pretty darn smooth and pretty clear. Careful in this section, a little rough there. Whoa! Oh, Grace is taking a shortcut. It is just a beautiful, beautiful afternoon here. No wind. Sun is shining. Got about a 30-degree warm up from a couple days ago. It's 25 now. So we all feel amazing. And this is just the best. So awesome. Recently got our skates sharpened. Such a good day. What do you think, Gray? Is it good?
Yeah.
What do you have to say for the viewers?
Like it.
You like it?
No.
Oh, like the video? Like and subscribe? Fax, what do you have to say for the channel before we sign off? What do you have to say for the channel before we sign off? Nothing? Oh. Well, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next episode.